Oh yeah, I don't know. Robbie's. I don't think Robby needs any of these bitches. To be honest with you.
Well, we made a list.
I know we made lists.
I made a list.
You made a list, and I made a list.
I made a list.
You did. Everybody made a list.
I mean, a list of pros and cons for 2 girls.
Robbie's in great 2 girls. There's like a million girls on this show.
No, I mean, he was only dated 2 of them.
Yeah, my list is much bigger. Look, okay, let me tell you my list then. I'll tell you my list for who Robbie's best match is, and I went in order. Okay, my top 5. Okay.
5?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like the underachiever all of a sudden.
Well, listen, you're not as studious as the troll.
Oh, my.
All right, so check it. All right, top 5. I'll give you my top 5, even though I think Robby can do better than all these bitches. I don't think he needs them. He's a martial artist with abs. I mean, you think this gets limited to the crap on this show?
Oh, so it's just you and abs all summer.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so number 6 on my list is Aisha. I don't think they have anything in common, mostly because I really don't think they have anything in common at all.
Yeah.
Like nothing. I can't see them being together.
I mean, they never showed any attraction to each other at all. So.
0. Absolute 0.
Well, she did make that a comment about his abs, but you know.
I know, but there was no real. I don't think they ever really talked, did they?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, they just saw each other from far. Okay. So that was number 6 really on my list. But the top 5 I really had were number 5 is Sam Larusso. I'm not kidding.
She's at the bottom of the list?
Basically, yeah. I mean, aside from Aisha, I guess, yeah, Sam's at the bottom.
Okay.
I don't think Sam has anything in common with Robby at all. I don't think they...
Oh, I think they have stuff in common.
Yeah, I think you're wrong. I think they had a summer fling because it was just kind of based on, just their attraction to each other and proximity and all that. It was easy, yeah. So that was kind of just low-hanging fruit. But no, He says it perfectly in season 4. Early on in season 4, he tells her, "I'm about to tell you something you've never heard before, but you're not getting what you want."
Yeah, that was great.
That was perfect, right? That was one of the greatest lines. That's the only time Robby's had a really great line. You realize that?
Yeah, I think that and it's my fucking dad.
Yeah, I guess. But, I mean, he doesn't really get good lines like Miguel and the other kids do.
That's true.
So that was a really good line. I thought that was important.
That was a great scene.
And I think that was really the fundamental root of why he and Sam are not... Like, they can never really be a couple.
Yeah.
Sam doesn't understand. Like, he's a tough kid who's been through a lot.
Yeah.
And he's been shit on by his mom, by his dad, by his sensei again, by his sensei a 3rd time. Daniel shit on him every season. You realize that?
Mm-hmm.
Every single season, Daniel shits on him.
Yeah.
Daniel only mistreats his family like every other season. So
okay.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, so that's my number 5. Number 4, I put Piper.
Piper.
Yeah, I don't think he and Piper would click. I know they were both in Cobra Kai together, but I just don't see them as...
Also don't think they ever showed any attraction to each other at all.
No, well then you're really like number 3, Homeless Lynn.
Oh my God.
I don't see them gelling.
I thought we were going to be like having a serious...
No, I'm the troll.
No, I know, but I did the homework.
Homeless Lynn, number 3. Number 2, I put Molly. Remember from season 1, Molly? Yeah.
Who's Molly?
It was some chick he's hooking up with. He got caught at school. Remember that?
All right, I got your little call back there.
By the way, little side note, when the principal calls Johnny... Isn't it funny that the principal knows the slang term Molly and that Johnny doesn't? Like, Johnny comes from such a dark, seedy kind of world. And Johnny goes, "What's Molly? What is that, some chick he's hooking up with?" And then the principal was mad at Johnny. She's like, "It is a fucking drug, Mr. Lawrence." Like, she's so pissed off that Johnny doesn't know her terminology.
She left out the F-bomb. But...
Well, whatever. Yeah, so I think, okay, so I guess he's not a good match for Molly or Homeless Lynn.
Oh my God.
But honestly, his number 1 match to me is Tory.
Yeah.
If we're going to make this list, it's Tory for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Tory has been through hell. Tory, and you wouldn't expect he and Tory to be the two that are shit on by so many people on the show.
Yeah.
Because they both are good-looking kids. They look like the world would be kind of easy on them.
Yeah.
But that's not how it goes at all. They've both been mistreated by everybody. By their own families to a degree. Maybe not as much Tory with her family, but it's just a bad circumstance for them everywhere they look.
They can relate to each other on deeper levels that a lot of the other kids just can't even fathom. They can't even comprehend the things that Robby and Tory have to endure, and they would shit their pants if they had to. They're very sheltered.
Is that a reference to Kenny in season 4? Is that what you're doing? No. You're taking a shot at Kenny because he was dancing? How dare you? I'm gonna go join Cobra Kai myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now these two have been through so much, and it makes sense that they would find each other.
Yeah.
And link up a little bit on the fact that everybody else is mistreating them, and everyone else is. I mean, look what happened to Robby here. I'll never get over this. Do you remember that time at school when he kicked that one kid over the balcony, and the kid fell seemingly to his death?
That one kid being Miguel.
I don't really know Miguel, but whatever,
yes,
whatever the kid was, right?
Yeah.
All right. So when Robby did that, everybody acted like, including Sam, acted like Robby was the bad kid.
Yeah. That was a bit unfair.
We completely forgot the fact that Miguel started that whole fight.
Yes.
And it's the same thing with Tory, exactly. In fact, they should bring this up on the show. How Sam started the fight with Tory.
Yeah.
And I've mentioned this in multiple videos, and I've got horrendous comments for it, but it's true. Sam started the fight with Tory, and yet Tory's always seen as the bad one. Now, Tory at least eventually escalated. So I guess you could, it's a little different with Robby. Robby really didn't escalate anything. But, in fact, if there was an escalator, maybe Miguel could have made it down more safely than he did when he fought Robby. So that would have been nice if they at least had that.
I mean, escalator, elevator.
Anything.
Yeah, anything.
Something to get his ass down there safely. So I think Robby's best match easily is Tory. Can you think of anybody on the show who's a better match for him?
No, not at all. And I mean, between Sam and Tory, I agree. Tory is the better match for him. But I don't discount Sam entirely either, because I think that she could also offer him things that Tory cannot. Sam could balance him in many ways that that he needs. Just the same way that Daniel did when he first started training Robby. Robby took right to the Miyagi-Do teachings, I think, because he really needed and craved that calm, serene balance that Miyagi-Do offers. And Sam is, she comes from a stable background, and that could really be beneficial for Robby because he's never had that. He's never had stability. And neither has Tory, and which is why they are attracted to each other. But, in the long run, the two people who come from very unstable backgrounds can have a difficult time too for, in the long haul. So,
you're talking more about like someone anchoring the other and like them kind of complementing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never think that way.
I mean, we're talking about the best match, so you have to consider all of the pros and all of the cons. You can't just like make a superficial. I don't do things superficially, troll. I did my homework and I made my lists.
I
went to the library and I looked shit up.
I think it's unanimous.
Yeah.
That 100% of the people making this video right now agree that the best match for Robby Keene is Tory Nichols. And I hope he can bring her home to the family, introduce her to his dad, and hopefully, they'll get along, and then and I think they'll have a nice little family dinner all together.
Yeah.
Oh, and it'd be especially nice is if then the dad could have maybe some of his students over, like Miguel, and they could all get together and have a nice little thing. So I'm sure that'll go well. Yeah, guys, let us know in the comments. What do you think?
Hit the like button.
Who should Robby be with? Should he be with Tory? Do you think he was better with Sam for some reason? Do you think there's someone else on the show? What was that girl's name again? That I think is so much fun. The girl in season 4, she ended up joining Eagle Fang, and she tore that book in half.
Yeah.
And
Devin.
Devin is her name, right? I wonder how she would do with Robby.
No, she's too young for Robby.
Yeah, she's younger, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't really tell how old they all are. All right, well, then who knows? And then Tory's it. Tory's the best one.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow with a video about Tory Nichols herself.
Psychology.
Till then.